The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Most of you know me as a big Derek Carr stan, but I put no one man above the Las Vegas Raiders. Carr turned the ball over 6 times in 3 games while leading the offense to 15 points per game. And of course, the Raiders lost all 3 games after a 5-2 start. I don't care who you are, that has to stop. So I thought it might be time to see Marcus Mariota while he was playing the way he was playing, but not on a short week. That's not fair to Mariota. So I thought Carr had to show us something, and he must have felt that himself. Because in the biggest game of the season in Dallas on Thanksgiving, he was better than I've seen him all season. He let it all hang out, playing to win instead of fearing mistakes and or losing. He took shots deep down the field all day. He broke tackles instead of willingly taking sacks, and he showed some wheels on a 22-yard run. Carr used all of his God-given gifts. For the Raiders to have a chance to make the playoffs this year, that's the Derek Carr the Raiders need. In Week 1, Carr did surgery on the Baltimore Ravens. He displayed his accuracy, putting balls right in between guys. And when he needed to, he did what he had to do with his legs to get the ball off when the rush came. And of course, he showed off that big arm. Watch this ball placement on the run. And of course, we already know how he does it with the game on the line. Then it's time to do surgery on the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 2. Back shoulder to tight end Foster Moreau. He's going to put this one where only his guy Hunter Renfrow can get it. Now watch this one to Darren Waller, behind the linebacker but in front of the safety. Then we have Moreau again in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Then there goes that arm again to you know who. I can't say his name. I'm still in my feelings about that. Now we're on to the Miami Dolphins in Week 3. Carr put up historic numbers for a quarterback in his first 3 games, averaging 401 yards per game. Watch him get out of the pocket and flick it to you-know-who on the sideline. Here he's going to get out of the pocket and find Hunter Renfrow for the touchdown. Now watch this one to Waller between defenders. Man. Here he's going to climb the pocket and find Bryan Edwards. What a throw. Now this is an absolute dime to Edwards. So he's 3-0 after this game on the way to 5-2. Then we go to Week 9 against the New York Giants, where he starts to turn the ball over. He stared his receiver down and threw it behind him for the pick six here. Then here comes a fumble for turnover number 2. And this is a bad throw while staring down your receiver for turnover number 3. Here, he gets his arm hit for turnover number 4. Now we're on to week 11 against the Cincinnati Bengals, where he's still staring his receivers down. You can't do that against his own defense. And here he's going to fumble, and he's not even going to get stripped. And that's his 6th turnover in his 3rd game. Another area I thought he could do better in is pocket presence or pocket elusiveness, whatever you want to call it. He often doesn't realize the rush is there until it's too late. And that often makes him an easy sack. I think he has a chance on this one if he sees the defensive lineman breaking through sooner. He's so locked in on this receiver on this one, he doesn't see what's going on around him. And on this one, it just looks like he's looking for a soft place to land. Remember, you got to get men to follow you. Now, Thanksgiving against the Cowboys, Carr was determined as ever. He's actually going to break a tackle here to get it back to the line of scrimmage to avoid the sack. Now watch the determination here. Breaks the tackle, avoids the sack, and throws it away. He was going to feel the rush on the edges, then climb the pocket to get it to Waller. And on this play, he's not going to be anyone's statue. He's going to do what he has to do to get the ball to Renfro. And here he's finally going to use his wheels on this 22-yard run. The Raiders will follow him if he continues to play like that. Throwing the ball, he was back to his usual accurate self. Here he gives Renfro something he can run with. He threw for 373 yards on the day. He would have at least had 400 if Josh Jacobs caught this one. But Carr was on point. Watch this dime to Deshaun Jackson, who looks like he's comfortable in the Raider offense now. Carr was super aggressive on the day, throwing the ball deep down the field. And you see he looked multiple directions instead of staring down his receiver. Carr stayed aggressive all day, and when he didn't hit on the deep ball, he got a pass interference call like this one to set up the game-winning field goal. Carr started the season off on fire. He threw a beautiful deep ball and he was clutch. Then he went through a period where he had 6 turnovers in 3 games. Then in Dallas on Thanksgiving Day, in a big game where his team needed him the most, he was on point. He was also determined to make things happen, using his legs when he had to, and showed some wheels in the process. That's the Derek Carr the Raiders need. Thank you for watching. See you next time.